Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of EverQuest 2. On this one, we're going to be doing Trainer's Hawk Dunlop's Harvesting and Collectibles quest line. All we have to do is walk up to him and click on him.
Hail!
I'm able to answer any questions you have about collections or harvesting. I'd like to learn about collections. Collectibles are seen as a glowing ring rising from the ground. If you're close enough, you'll notice a question mark above it. Double-click or right-click the glow and select Harvest. This item will will go into your inventory. You can examine this item later. What happens next? Your quest journal will open up automatically to the Collections tab. Use the Add button to add the item into the collection. As you travel through Norath, you'll find different collectibles in different areas of the world. Some items can be part of more than one collection. How do I complete the collection? Continue to gather and examine all the items you find until all the icons of that collection are highlighted in your quest journal. Then you'll be able to turn the completed collection into a collector who will reward you with some experience. If you already have a collectible in your collection that call for it, you can sell it to a merchant or trade it to another player. I like to learn about harvesting and gathering. Harvestables are natural resources that can be found around most parts of the outdoors. You have harvestable skills that allow you to collect them. These can be seen opening your character window C, clicking on the skill tab, and selecting the general skills. Rock increases mining, log increases foresting, dens increase trapping, fish increase fishing, and shrubs increase gathering. What are harvestables used for? The items found throughout harvesting are the basic building blocks of trade skills. They cannot be sold to vendors, but they can be traded or sold to other players who need them for their respective trade skill professions. Some components that can be found through harvesting are very rare and can be worth quite a bit of money or to trade skillers. What do I need to increase my harvesting skills? Tutorial, Learning to Harvest, Level 2. So this is your reward right here. It's a little box, disassembled storage box. And you'll get 44 copper. So we're going to go ahead and accept the quest. The skills required to harvest in any given area increase along with the difficulty of the area. If you find that you are unable to harvest in an area, you should return to a less difficult area and practice. I like to learn about collectings. No, we already did that. So thanks for the information. Now if you look over here on the right, you'll see your quest. And it says you need to harvest lumber. Elm lumber to be specific, 3. Some roots, 3. Tin clusters, lead clusters, sunfish, jum, and rawhide pelts, 3 of all. So you can just wander around over here. See, that's what they were referring to as collectibles earlier. These little shiny things. And I'll do a whole tutorial video on those later. But for now, we're looking for harvestable items, which are these little things right here. This is a creature den. Creature dens, you usually get leather and some kind of meat off of. Occasionally you will find nothing, as we did there, but you'll see over here on the bottom your trapping has increased. We found rawhide leather on that one. We found another rawhide leather pelt, and then the thing disappeared. So here we go, another ice-covered stone. We're going to go ahead and loot these. As you can see, it has a little emotion for each one of those. A little pickaxe that comes out. And as you can see, each one of these items has several different things you can get from it. We just got rough machalite and what else did we get from that? Let's see what else we can get. And 3 lead clusters. Now these are different. These are called scattered ore. Make sure you pay attention to the names because there's 2 different kinds of ore. And one does not drop 10 clusters and the other one does. So if you keep running around and you're just like, oh, it's ore is ore, you're never going to get what you need for this quest. Now the scattered ore can usually be found on top of the rocks, while the ice one can usually be found on the bottom near the snow. This one just happens to be found on the snow, which is very rare. And I've already gotten what I need, but I'm going to finish it off because there's only so much you can get from these. And it's, in my opinion, it's not everybody agrees, but in my opinion, it's kind of rude to leave it there. Because whereas you can get 3 loots from it, if you leave it there with 1, it's taking the place of something and if somebody else runs by, you know, they basically have to, you know, they get one loot out of it and then it disappears and they have to go find another one. It's just a pain in the butt to do that. So go ahead and loot it and finish it off for these guys so that a fresh one can spawn somewhere on the map and they can get all three if they need it. And of course, when your skill is very low, you're going to find nothing a lot of the time. Don't be, you know, dissuade. It's just something that's going to happen. Your skill will get better and you'll find more and more stuff easier and easier. Now I got tea leaves off of that, but I don't need tea leaves. I don't need bubble cabbage. I need jum jum. So it may have several different things you can get out of it. Now this is a good area to harvest in. Every zone has its own unique place that usually has more harvestables spawning in that area. And as I go through the zones, I'll show you just, you know, where these places are. Now I'm bypassing the stuff I don't need, but that's not always a good idea, because if you are just looking for shrubs or just looking for trees, lumber, eventually you'll loot all the lumber in a certain area, and when they spawn in the random areas that within the given spot, they have a chance to spawn at any one of those things. They can spawn ore, they can spawn more trees, they can spawn more shrubs, they can spawn more traps. So if you keep looting just nothing but traps, eventually there won't be any more traps left, and all the spots for a new harvestable item will be taken by the other stuff. So you want to keep looting basically anything that you see if you're in a given area and you're actually, you know, working on your skill, or you need those harvestable items for something specific in mind. Now this is where the wood is down here, and it looks like there might be a few creature dens down here as well. So rare items are things that you can use in your trade crafting. You would say use the severed elm as an element to create a wooden chair. So you'd create the wooden chair, and then you'd use the rare item that you found to enchant the air even further, or the chair even further, into something very nice. Now you don't really enchant furniture, but you do with armor. So it's the same respect. You would use 10 clusters to make a breastplate, and the breastplate would have, say, 2 strength and 2 stamina, and then you could enchant the breastplate with the rare metal that you found to make it have something special, like a healing property or something along those lines. So you'd have to use the breastplate you just fashioned and the rare in a whole new recipe, basically. And you get those recipes not naturally. You don't find them from vendors. You have to get them advanced recipes, and those usually fall off of creatures just randomly. Or you can buy them from the broker. You can usually find all you need there. So let's see, you got some shrubs here, and we still need 3 jum-jums from the garden. We still need 1 more elm lumber. We need some roots, and we need some sunfish. Let's go ahead and loot this. You'll find the fish in the water. They look like little rippling tides. There's usually not a lot on this side. We'll go swim across to the other side, and there's quite a bit there. There is a few spots over here that you may find them. That's not them. And there you go. That's a school of fish. That's where you can fish to... Oh, we can't see it. So get closer to the edge. You can jump in the water and fish in the water. Perfectly fine. You may have a difficult time getting out, depending on, you know, what the surrounding area looks like. So, and of course, you can always get attacked while you're in the water. So it's just best to stay on shore. I found a frog leg. That's the other item you can get from fishing. It's not what we're looking for, so hopefully we'll get some sunfish out of this. And 5 frog legs. So it would have been nice if that was 5 sunfish, but... And 5 more, and now it's gone. So not a lot of places to fish on this side, like I said before. But we still need some roots, which are right here. And see, there's only 1 left because somebody must have been looting it and didn't finish it off. So go ahead and head back up this way. Here's some shrubs right here. Hopefully get some jums for you guys. Now, I've done quests like this where you finish them off in 10 seconds. You run through every item that you need, you get right off the bat. And then sometimes you'll spend an hour trying to finish a quest off like this, and you just not, you know, can't get it for the love of anything. It just will not give you what you want. And when it does those kind of things, sometimes it's best just to stop, go off, do another quest, and come back later. And there we go, we got 3 jums. So what we need is some roots. We're going to check over here to see if there's some roots. If not, we're going to swim across the water and go ahead and do our fishing over there. We're not swim, we'll wait for the boat since it's faster. And we got 1 root, we need 1 more. So that's all the roots we need. And there's the raft. It's probably going to take off before we get down there. Let's go ahead and book it a little bit more. Okay, and we managed to make it. And we gotta wait for it to take off now. Now you don't necessarily have to come to this side, but I like this area over here. There's a lot of fish to choose from usually. And if there's quite a few people on the zone when you happen to be here, you may have to go a little further out of your way to find more fish. And as you can see, there's a school of fish just right there. Let's go ahead and do a little fishing. And I can't see the target, so I'll get a little bit into the water. Got another frog leg. Now that's obviously the common. And the sunfish is a little bit less common, and then of course it has its rares like pearls and sofish and so on. But and there's a fish right there. Let's see any more down this way. And you can even see the little fishies swimming around there. The graphics are kind of nice. Zoom in. Still haven't found anything. 5 more frog legs. For those of you who want to see a funny little video about frog legs, I saw one on YouTube where somebody bought fresh frog legs and put salt on them, and the salt acts as like a catalyst for the legs to just start jumping around, and even though they're dead, they're still moving. It's very creepy, but you know, it's kind of funny at the same time if you watch the right video. And there we go, we got all the sunfish we need, just in time too, because the raft has gotten back. So we'll go ahead and jump on the raft. And of course we have to wait for it to take off, which it just now is. This raft is kind of weird because there is no sail on it. It's just kind of moving under its own power. So I'm going to chalk it up to being magical, because you are in EverQuest. And you know, since my character is a giant cat-like creature, it's obviously not realistic. So go ahead and enjoy the view as we go back. You can always hit the F10 key if you guys want to see, you know, just a pure screen without any of the clutter of the spells or anything like that. Of course, you can't target anything because you can't really see your cursor. And then just hit the F10 key again and everything will come back. So go ahead and run over here. And here he is, Trainer Hawk Dunlop. We're going to go ahead and talk to him. Excellent work learning about harvesting. As a reward, allow me to offer you this box for storing harvestable items. It's quite heavy, so I suggest you put it in your bank rather than carry it on you, but it has plenty of storage room for your harvest. So it's 86 copper is what we get. We're going to go ahead and hit accept, and I say thank you. Now what he meant by this new item, it's right here. You have to right click on it first and unpack it, and then it gives you this item right here. Now it has 36 slots in it. You come over to the banker, and you can move your inventory over, and then you can drag your box over into the bank. This is your shared bank slot, so I have other characters, and so I have plenty of stuff in my shared bank slot. Yours should be empty to start with, though. And now that you have this in here, you can put all the harvestable items you got. You can store them in here so they get out of your way. They're not taking up space in your inventory anymore. And then when you do your trade crafting later on, you can take them out and use them. But for now, you're not going to be, so just go ahead and toss them in here. Go ahead and close it down when you're done. And again, guys, if you like these videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.